Some are already showing that they are truly champions. When we are back again, Rock Sport, Rock City, and the latest ever sports stories across the globe because we are ready. We are ready. Taiwo, morning to you.
Morning to you, James. The World Cup is really getting hot and hotter and hotter. A team from Africa yesterday actually were crashed out. They were knocked out of the competition yesterday, and also a team in Africa, another team in Africa,
Secured.
also got the 3-point maximum 3-point in their first game against a team, another team yesterday. We are going to give you the full latest on those stories, and we are going to tell you what is really happening in the Nigerian camp ahead of the game against Iceland on Friday. 4 p.m. is the time, and we are going to tell you what is really happening, what Nigeria is doing to actually get a better game against Iceland.
Well, before we take you to Russia with the latest, let's quickly take this first shot from the wrestling world. Nigerian Wrestling Federation has postponed the 2018 Governor Dixon National Wrestling Classic, earlier scheduled to hold from June 24th to 30th, 2018, with reports. Nigerian Wrestling Federation said in a statement that the competition was postponed because of the ongoing 2018 World Cup in Russia, which has the same sport stakeholders in the country attending the fiesta and as well representing the federal government. The Nigerian Wrestling Federation added that the competition will now hold in August later this year. Secretary General of the Federation, Mohammed Libata, said the new date for the competition will be announced later after the consultation. The venue for the competition remains the indoor sport hall of Samson Siasia Sport Complex in Yenuga, Bayelsa State.
And let's tell you that Rwanda tennis player lost to their Nigerian counterpart 3-0 in their Group A opening matches on Tuesday at the ongoing Davis Cup African Zone Group 3 Tennis Championship that is underway in Kenya. The multi-category tournament started on Saturday and went through June 24 at the Nairobi Tennis Club.
Then from there we go straight to football stories. The Super Eagles of Nigeria held a crisis meeting behind under fire Nigerian coach General Roy on Monday night as they tried to turn things around. Their precarious position at the ongoing Russia 2018. Looking ahead of the clash against Iceland on Friday, with reports players were not happy with the coach talking about team approach to the encounter against the Croatia. And leading the pack was China-based forward Odion Igalo was isolated. Alex Iwobi was idle until he was substituted. Victor Moses was not in that match against Croatia, as well as Mikel Obi has come under pressure from his colleagues looking at Raw to still continue to play him on a difficult role that it is not used to. And the players are saying we must change the tactics so as to overrun Iceland on Friday.
Well, NFF has come out to say that report is not true, that there is no disunity in Nigerian camp, and as it is, they are so very united ahead of the Friday game. And let's also tell you, a report from the Nigerian football camp says that Nigerian federal government has increased the winning bonus of the Super Eagles by $5,000 to motivate them to win their remaining Group D matches at the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia. With this increase, each player will now get $15,000 win bonus per game as against the $10,000 per game agreed with the players before the tournament kicked off. Meanwhile, NFF has also expressed concern over the activities of some Super Eagles players on social media during the ongoing 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia and directed the team's officials in the camp to address the anomaly for better focus on the game ahead.
Well, looking at the game ahead, Taiwo on Friday, Aslan assistant coach Heidi Kostoron says the game against Nigeria will be difficult, but that his team are capable of securing a win against the Super Eagles of Nigeria come Friday in one of the matches in Group D. And he added that Friday encounter with Nigeria, his team is ready to play Nigeria like the World Cup final. And he concluded by saying that playing the Black Stars of Ghana in the friendly that ended 2-goal apiece shows that they play the same pattern with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But the fans of Nigeria should be ready for a cracker on Friday.
Well, taking 1 point against Argentina in that first game they played against Argentina shows that Iceland is really serious and really serious at this World Cup to show that they are better team and they should not be underrated. So Nigeria should watch it. Nigerian Super Eagles should go all out and show that they are really a better team after that loss to Croatia. And let's tell you also that former Flying Eagles coach John Obu says the Super Eagles need a creative attacker to surmount a tactically disciplined Iceland in their next game at the ongoing 2018 World Cup holding in Russia. Obu expressed dismay over the Nigerians' loss to Croatia in the opener, stated that the coach General need to inject into the squad players that would battle Iceland in the second group game, a tactically experienced players who can keep opponent defenders on their toes and also create space for other players to score. The former under-17 coach noted that the Eagles' ability to fly over Iceland, who he said are organized in the defense, can only be achieved when the Eagles play like a team. James, I think I agree with Obu on this.
Well, we take another shot, and this one is from former Nigerian international, former England international, even though he didn't play for Nigeria. Talking about John Fashanu has advised Gordon Roy to go in search of more Victor Moses to boost his squad ahead of that cracker on Friday, after the World Cup rather, if he remains the coach of the national team.
Well, he said that there are some players of Nigeria descent plying their trade in the English Premier League. The manager is unaware of. Fashanu also expressed regret that he chose to represent England internationally over Nigeria and has advised the likes of Tammy Abraham, Fikayo Tomori, Dominic Solanke and Philip Billing not to follow in his footsteps. I think yes, he is right. If Nigeria, so NFF needs to be, send more scouts to England to actually watch some of these Nigerian players that are ready to play for Nigeria. We cannot underestimate the fact that the likes of Victor Moses and Iwobi has been very instrumental to the growth of Nigerian Super Eagles team. So if we can discover more, there won't be problem, and I think it's a welcome idea.
Well, talking about matches played in the ongoing Russia 2018 yesterday, at the end of 90 minutes, Japan, they ran away with 2-1 against hard-fighting Colombia, which one of the best players in the Colombia national team received a red card. And another match, Senegal beat Poland 2-1. It ended. Russia, the host, beat the Pharaohs of Egypt 3-1. It ended, and with that result, Egypt became the first nation to crash out of Russia 2018.
And with that win for Japan, Japan became the first Asian side ever to beat a South American team in that match. And today, Portugal will be playing against Morocco, Iran will be playing against Spain, Uruguay will be playing against Saudi Arabia. And what is really happening in other camps? Who are the teams? Players that are fit, who are the players that are struggling with injury? Iceland are sweating on the fitness of the duo of Kyle Phil Sigurdsson and Jonas Bart Gudmundsson ahead of the
records. Looking at CAF Champions League, he was in charge of Enyimba when they first won the Champions League for Nigeria, 2002, 2003. And who do we have here? Coach Kadri Ihana. Morning to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Edafe.
Well, because of our time, let's just quickly look at domestic league. You are once there, you are a former player. Let's look at what is happening. We've not been able to win CHAN, and to tie it together because of our time, we just have to talk a little bit about the ongoing Russia 2018 and the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Edafe. I said my observation before the first match, and because of the approach of the Super Eagles itself, the team has been playing, from the wing before, and just changing tactics within some weeks to the game, I said it would be difficult. I think we discussed this in the studio with you, and I said that they might not find their feet in the first game. In the second game, I don't know exactly what is happening in the camp. If they continue in that trend, same thing will still happen. Because when you are a known person is different from just a newly introduced person to you. That's the way I see it. Tactically, technically. I'm looking at it as a coach, I'm not looking at it as an spectator. That is my observation.
All right, for the second match, who are you expecting to start? Who do you think should not be in the lineup?
I just think that everybody that is there is good. But you realize that Moses, Wobi, Musa, all these players are better players from the wing. There's not how you play them from the middle or anywhere that you enjoy them. If this is carried out, I think you might go places, because the best way to defend is to attack. As far as I'm concerned, in my own line, when I attack you, you have to defend. So I'm defending as well. But what we saw in the first game was that our team relied mostly on defending. And that is not good for the team.
Well, Taiwo, time is not on our side.
Really.
Coach Kadri Hannah must come back to this studio so that we will be able to talk more extra, the domestic league, talk more about the World Cup. You need to come back, Coach Kadri Hannah. You must come back.
Yeah, sure.
I'll be happy to be back.
Yeah, and we need to talk about the Continental Championship, the CAF Confederations Cup that we have some of our team. But before we go, let's also tell you that England midfielder Jack Wilshere has announced he will be leaving the club this summer on a free transfer.
Well, Coach Kadri Hannah, former Enyimba coach that won the CAF Champions League for the very first time, back-to-back, 2002, 2003. Thanks for being part of the Rock Sport this morning on Rock City.
Thank you very much. A correction. I won the Champions League for the first time.
Wow.
And
Yes.
Emily won it for the
Second time.
Yes.
But you're part of the team.
Yeah, I'm part of it.
Well, that is how far we can go this morning on Rock Sport on Rock City FM. Join us tomorrow morning, 7:30 and 15 solid minutes with the latest and the very best in the world of sport. James Edafe is saying, enjoy this midweek and let's see tomorrow morning. Bye for now.
My name is Taiwo Fabajo. Good morning.